Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar.
Oh boy, we got a rainy old wet day today.
Check the old thermometer real quick. Not convenient when it's all cracked and doesn't hold water. Put that back and replace that in a couple years. Whew. Ha ha ha. Good morning, Geo. Welcome back to the farm, everybody. Today we are going to be continuing to work on the combine. I have several meetings that I have to do this afternoon as well, and we're gonna see what else we can get tore into. I've had a little bit of a slow morning so far. I've had a few phone calls, been talking with some bin people about some engineering stuff, and just trying to get stuff figured out around our bin site debacle yet. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. I'll talk more about it when I can. Right now, my lawyer says,
we can't talk about this.
Around here, before any of us go to work in the morning, we make our workers do exercises just to make sure that everything works on them, so they can't come back at us with a workman's claim saying they got hurt on the job. So this is just a good way to make sure your workers are not injured and then try to pull something later. Remember that.
I couldn't figure out why our vacuum was just spewing dust out of this hole, so we ordered this cap thing for it. Gotta find out, we just have that filter's plugged.
Perfect summer is over in a flash and you're on your way. But some part of me for tonight, it's not too late. My mind says yes, you've been here for quite some time.
Ryan is running the rivet gun. Rivet, rivet. Of course, you start filming it, starts slipping. Yeah, everything goes wrong. Blame it on the camera.
Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere with you is where I long to roam night or day.
Hey, but why do you have a taser?
In case,
Oh my gosh, that thing is terrifying.
in case you're mean to me.
Got out of the shop for a little bit this morning. We are over here at the North Cemetery. We have a grave to dig. It's marked right here. Dad's trekking his way across the cemetery right now with the backhoe. We got the skid loader. We're gonna unload this plywood so that way when we scoop our dirt, we're not setting it right on this grass. We did get some snow this morning. It's been raining all week, so it could be pretty muddy underneath it here, so we wanna try to minimize what we tear up, so that's where the plywood comes into play.
I'm just trying to decide if I got to move the stone or if I can put it.
I think you might be able to get right here.
That's what I'm hoping. Cole's standing on the side here about so far away, and she's starting to cave off, which is better it caves off now so we can dig out the grave. Then tonight when we're home sleeping and the vault man gets here tomorrow morning. The ground is really cold, really mucky. So what we're trying to do, some of these graves have settled over the winter, and since we're in this cemetery, we're just trying to make the grave look like we care, I guess, and we do care. And then hopefully in the next few weeks when the sun comes out, starts drying out, that's when we come back in the springtime. We pack the graves down, we put fresh dirt on them, get them raking really nice. I get a lot of people asking, Daddy Cornstar, what kind of soap is that you are using through the foamer, putting on the vehicles? I figured today is a good day to show this stuff. Daughter Summer borrowed our nice clean van today. The gravel roads are sloppy. This soap I'm going to be using is Proline. Proline soap. If you get in the description down below on Cole's link, you can order it and whatever. You get the gun, you can just order, we order 5 gallons at a time, and you're gonna see how foamy it gets. So this will be a good true test today on a sloppy Mama Cornstar van. See how it's running? This is a powerful soap in action right now. And like I said, this has been down a lot of gravel roads today. It was sloppy, and then it's been outdoors all day, so it dried hard. There we go. Mama Cornstar's van. Nice and clean.
Are those instructions?
Yeah.
What kind of man are you?
So right now we're putting on an automatic oiler. I guess Ryan is, but what it does, every time the auger folds out, it will oil all of our chains. So periodically out through the day, it's always oiling them, because when you oil them once in the morning, usually they just collect dust all day and they're not really staying oily. So as Ryan says, if you're gonna oil them all day. If you're not, don't oil them at all, because otherwise if you just oil them once, they collect dust and they get sticky and they just wear out faster.
What page did that come from?
Page 6.
I know what's wrong with it. It ain't got no gas in it.
Bobby, I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and get me a blah blah.
So we drill a hole in the top of the engine dipstick, and then we put it back in the rotor gearbox dipstick.
Oh, so it just cycles through?
Yes, drill holes. And then you can use your antifreeze dipstick to add.
Oh, it's one of those. It's the new system.
You're gonna get all kinds of questions though.
New approved.
Starting the combine, make sure everything's working here. Don't hear any stupid sounds, weird sounds, and then we're going to unfold the auger and make sure the oiler is working that we just put on, because when you unfold the auger, it turns on the oiler, oils are changed.
Golly, you wouldn't think it'd be that dusty still. I don't remember it vibrating that bad.
It's in third gear on the rotor.
Oh, got it high.
Did it still smooth inside, or?
Well, he had the rotor on number 3, so it was going really fast.
Oh, okay.
So he turned it down. See, Ryan?
Now you're gone.
But I do really want to thank Ryan for taking the time to come down and go through the combine and work with us on this. He's been a great friend of ours for quite a few years now. So Ryan, I did want to give you a special thanks for coming down and helping us. When my dad was alive, he always enjoyed working with Ryan, and they got a lot of memories together. And actually, Ryan bought the old Model T that my dad had also. So someday he'll be getting that going, and then we can get some videos of that too. So anyhow, it's a big thank you to Ryan and everybody that works with us and stuff. You know, we really appreciate all the help, and a lot of this stuff, we could not do it without our friends, family, people that help us. So, and actually, you all are our friends. We think of every one of you guys as our great friends, people we've been meeting over the years and stuff. So sometimes we forget to thank everybody that makes our life special.
I have some friends, a husband and wife, that are from Ukraine. And with all the world events that are going on over there right now, they're just kind of bummed out. So I was thinking, you know what? What's something maybe we could do to kind of raise up their spirits a little bit? Well, they're like arm wrestling, like a lot. And they're really good at it. And I was visiting with them, and they don't have a table within like 4 hours of them. They got to travel 4 hours to find an arm wrestling table so they can practice with people. So I figured, you know what? I have a whole bunch of scrap metal, and I have the internet that gives me dimensions of an arm wrestling table. So we're going to build an arm wrestling table. Oh boy, this could be interesting.
About the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Baby, check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5 after with the simple life.
So we're working in the shop today with Cole. Got the old welding table frame here. Got the cross braces for support because elbows are hopefully going to be here when we're going to town. Got the pinholes there for our grips. Or
handles. We got one. We got one here. We just took a regular bolt, ground the little bits off, so that's going to go inside there, just like that.
Hopefully, with the hammer it'll go.
Yeah, we got to maybe make our holes a little nicer.
Yep.
Then we took a piece of pipe, just a piece of pipe. We kept the threads, so that way it kind of gives it some character, I guess.
And memory.
Yeah, and that'll go right over that. It'll be flush to the table. But then that's your gripping post.
There's that. And then we got all these pieces cut down here because this whole thing's gonna sit on a platform, so we don't have any wiggle on our table. So then hopefully it'll keep it from doing that. So what we're doing is we're making a 3x3 box on one side and of the table, and then we'll have no one on the other side. So right now I'm drilling holes in it so we can bolt it together like so and get the holes drilled exactly the same on the outside, and then on top we'll put the plywood on top, and then that'll give us our base to stand on.
Working?
Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. Or we got one. One?
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, we always had 5 before.
All right. I'm a professional mechanic.
Fuel.
Woo! Perfect fit. Oh, come on, drill. It's just my wrist.
never gonna get strong if you don't work.
Got the main frame all done. Now I am still waiting for the elbow pads, so I know where we need to drill our holes there, but we got this thing all sanded down. We got all the big rust off of this. Is gonna be good enough for paint, especially on the bottom of everything in these poles. The big thing is if anyone like hooks their leg around one of these or something, I just want it so that their pants don't get all dirty and stuff. Got the doors open right now because it was getting kind of hard to see the back of the building. It was so rust dusty in here. Just look at all what we got on the floor. This is just all from what I just did, and that took, I don't even want to talk about it. That took a long time. Here we have it. Now we just need to get our plywood down on the bottom, get our plywood on the top, then we'll get our pegs bolted into place. We'll get these holes drilled so we can get the elbow pads up on top. We got everything so we can split this apart. You can see those bolts down there in the middle. Those come out. And then we just have a 3x3 section here, a 3x3 section there. We can pull that apart, load it in the back of the truck if we want to bring it somewhere, do whatever with it. We are going to be bolting this top part here down to the bottom frame. So we got to put the plywood in there yet, but then we'll drill through. So then this won't be able to move at all. Because what happens is, if you get really yanking with someone, you can move the whole table, and that's what we don't want. So that's kind of the whole point of this base, because we're standing on top of this. So it's going to keep the table down because it's going to be bolted to it. Once I get the wood cut out, put on there, I'm going to put some dish soap in the power washer. And I'm going to power wash this with dish soap. It's got just a really gritty kind of feeling on it. I think I'd do a pretty good job of getting that stuff off there. And then we use some cutting oil for the drill as well. So we want to get all that off there. That way we can paint it. Then you don't have to worry about rust. Is it really 2:30 in the morning right now? 1:30. Daylight savings. Come on, clock. You're supposed to change yourself. Okay, I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
Come tend the garden with me. We have so many seeds to sow.